I'm making one of my favorite dishes today. It's called moussaka, and it's a Greek dish. If you haven't had it, you've really got to try it. It's got layers of baked eggplant, and we're going to roast potatoes, and there's a wonderful sauce scented with cinnamon. And then we're going to make a great bechamel sauce the way the Greeks make it with olive oil. I'm getting ready to cook my eggplant and I'm going to oven roast it. I find you really save on oil and all that frying time. So I'm cutting it the long way, and the pieces are about 1/2 inch wide. Make sure that your eggplant is in really good shape when you buy it and it doesn't have any soft spots or bruising. You'll want to get some kosher or sea salt ready, and also some good ground black pepper. And then you'll need an extra virgin olive oil. This is what you're going to paint on your eggplant before you roast it. And don't worry if you add too much to the bowl. You can always use it later when you make your sauce. Make sure that you've got a good pastry brush to paint this with. So I'm taking all of my eggplant slices and placing them on the cookie sheets. I used about 3 cookie sheets for this recipe, 3 to 4. So make sure you have plenty, or if you don't, you can always cook them and then remove them. I'm just going to utilize my space and really put things where I can. And so now take your paintbrush and paint lightly on each piece of eggplant, because it will keep sucking up the olive oil if you let it. So just don't do that, just resist. And then after you've done each side, you're going to salt and pepper them, and then you're going to flip them over and do the exact same thing on the other side. I didn't sprinkle these with dry oregano, but you could do that. It's a really nice flavor to add to this dish, but it's great without it too, so no worries. Bake your eggplant in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. I'm peeling 3 russet potatoes, or they could be Idahos, and they're about 1/2 inch thick. Place them in a bowl and coat them with extra virgin olive oil. Just glaze them and add some salt and pepper. And then you're going to bake them in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, or till fork tender. Now I'm making that great Greek tomato sauce with 1 onion that I've sauteed, some garlic cloves still tender, and I'm adding some plant-based meat, but you could add lamb or ground beef or anything you want. And here's the tomato sauce. Use about 28 to 32 ounces of sauce and add some water and some cinnamon. That's the secret here. Paint a 9x13 casserole pan and put your potatoes on the bottom of it. Layer just half of your eggplant on top. We're going to make a bechamel sauce now. So I'm adding the flour and the extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to whisk this really well, and then we're going to cook it until it's a little bit toasty brown. You just want a little bit of a nutty flavor, so don't cook it too far. This is the perfect color. Now I'm going to slowly add my 5 cups of whole milk. Keep whisking, and it will take a while to thicken enough, so be patient, and it will happen. You'll want to add about a teaspoon of kosher or sea salt and some black pepper, and then the key ingredient here is going to be some nutmeg. This will just totally make it Greek. I also do this in just a basic bechamel sauce when I cook Italian food. You'll want to grate 2 cups of authentic Parmesan cheese. I know it's Italian, but it's a great substitute. And then once your bechamel is really thickened, you're going to add the cheese to the bechamel and blend that in. And this is just going to make it taste great. It's time to finish our moussaka, and so we're going to add all of that meat sauce all over the top of the layer of eggplant that we have now. Once it's totally covered, then we're going to finish it off with more eggplant. You can see that I even use those ends of the eggplant that have the skin on them, and I think they're great. So cover the whole thing up, and if you've got some excess, just throw it on top. I'm going to cover the whole top of this now with some crumbled feta cheese. Just give it a good amount and then pour your bechamel on top. Bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes, and here it is. You'll want to cool your moussaka before cutting it. So look at all these beautiful layers, but look at the sides with all of the eggplant and the potatoes and that beautiful meaty sauce. So time for a taste test. This smells really great. The potatoes look so tender. This is going to be great, I can tell. It has that beautiful mild cinnamon scented sauce. And the bechamel came out really great. It's the real Greek style with the olive oil and the flour to make the roux. I really recommend you make this, and thanks for watching, and you've got to make this really soon. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really love it. And also, if you could give this video a like, it really helps. If you'd like to support my channel, you can do that by going to ko-fi.com and making a small donation. You'll see the link in the description box below. And thanks ahead.